Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today wanted to talk about the Supernote pens that I have and have some experience with. So these are the two newer ones. This is, I guess, call it last year's model, and this is actually a Samsung pen. So I'll begin first with the older one. So when I first got my Supernote 1, this is the pen I got. It's the Heart of Metal. And at that time I've never really used Supernote, so I went with this one because I thought that's the one I'd like. And in the end, I ended up not liking it too much, maybe because of the weight. I always thought it was a little on the heavy side, but it was okay. Like, I just wasn't kind of blown away by it. And then one day I tried my Samsung tablet pen, and to my surprise, it worked. And as a bonus, it has a button so you can easily delete, which is amazing. And I really wish these had a button. Like that's my biggest gripe, is that these pens don't have buttons, because I love the quick erase option. But the downside to it is that plastic tip does not feel as good as these ceramic tips. So if you've seen some of my older videos, what I actually did with this one way back in the beginning when I got my Supernote 1 is I actually ended up removing this cartridge right here. See, it comes off. I ended up removing it and actually modifying it to fit inside like a pen like this. And for a while I used it that way. It just I had a hard time making it fit perfectly. So I ended up coming back because I couldn't get it seated in there tightly. It was a little too much play for me. But that actually was a nice writing experience, just to have like a pen like this with the insides. And actually that is an option as well. So if you go on Supernote's website, you'll notice that they now sell refills. So you can actually buy the guts of this and retrofit like a regular pen if you wanted to. And I actually kind of like that, because again, for me, I'm just used to kind of lightweight stuff. So that's an option. So initially then I gravitated more to the Samsung pen, mainly because of its weight. It feels like a pencil, and the button. But this one I always felt like wrote better because of this kind of really precise hard tip. It just writes really, really well, better than this one. So it was kind of hit or miss. I kind of really flop between the two pens back and forth, kind of, not sure which one I like better. But then recently we got these two new pens. So this is the Heart of Metal 2. Again, it's a very kind of what I call fancy pen. It's a brass pen. It's got some heft to it, which is good or bad. It's about 32.5 grams, which obviously you feel in the hand. It looks nice if you're into like fancy pens, but again, my struggle with it is it's the weight of it is a little heavy for me. Again, I prefer pencils, or like really basic pens is what I prefer to write with. And then also I find it very slippery here. I wish this was maybe like had some kind of texture to it. I wish it kind of had a bigger lip here, because I find this a little slippery, and I don't know, I just don't find it comfortable for my style of writing. But again, it's a very subjective type of experience. But for some who are used to these kind of pens, this might be a great option. This comes in many colors. This is the samurai color right here. But they have, I think, like 8 different colors, so you can definitely find something to suit your style. And yeah, it's got kind of very mild kind of branding, so it's not plastered all over, so it kind of comes across as a legit pen. So good option. But my favorite option is this Lamy pen. So this one I like a lot. It's got about the same weight of this Samsung pen. And this, so it's 21 grams. I don't know how much this one is, but they feel about the same. So this one's super light. It's like a feather in your hand. And what also makes it really good is the textured kind of grip they have here. So it's kind of like triangular if you look at right here. So it's not perfectly round. So this to me gives me the most comfortable grip out of all of them. Like your finger just sits right into this groove, and because it's not circular, you kind of feel like it's perfectly, like this finger rests against it perfectly, this one holds it perfectly, and this one. So all three fingers make perfect contact. So this, by far, out of these three, like, is by far the most comfortable one to write with. Like, not even close. Like this one, like if I had to pick one, it would be a no-brainer. This pen is by far the best one. So it feels really comfortable, and then you got this awesome ceramic tip, so you kind of get the benefit of everything. Its only drawback is no button. I don't know where they could have, but I really wish it had that, like a button right here to quickly delete. That's the only drawback of it. And then this is the clear version. I don't know how I feel about the clear version. Obviously being clear, it obviously kind of then looks more just like a regular pen. But I don't get too into the colors of my pens. Like, whatever, it's a pen. I don't care about really that much about color. So, but yeah, very comfortable. By far the easiest one to write with. It just fits so ergonomically perfectly in your hand, and I don't find my hand slipping. And because of kind of this flat edges it's got right here, I feel like the pen just like doesn't rotate on me either. So it just feels the most planted. So that is the Lamy. We're gonna do a quick weigh in here and see what we got here. We got 28 grams for the new Heart of Metal 2 Samurai here. We got 33 grams. And then for my favorite one, the Lamy, 20 grams. And let's see what the Samsung pen weighs in at. 8 grams. So yeah, this one's like a pencil. But here, that's the weights. So one question that came up a few times in the videos is pressure sensitivity with these pens. So they do have it. Let me see. It's like 4,000 something 96. So there are several. Oh, right here. There it is. So it's got 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity. Obviously no charging. 7mm 0.7 tip. So pressure sensitivity is there. But I think the question that came up is on angles. So let me switch to a pen or a pencil. So let me see if I can kind of feather it. So you can kind of see how it kind of feathers a little bit there. Let me select a different pencil here. Let's go with 4. So I'm pressing hard and I'm letting go. So you can kind of see the difference there. Let's try to maybe zoom in a little better. Let's see, let's get an eraser going here. Okay, so I'm gonna go, and I'm a lefty, so I'm blocking the light, of course. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go hard to light. What's going on here? What did I do? Oh, I'm an eraser. That'll help. Okay, back to pencil. So I'm gonna go hard to light. And let's try a different harder pencil. Let's see how this one does. So I'm kind of doing light, hard, light. So I'm going to start off light. I'm going to press it harder now. And then I'm going to switch back to light. Hard, light. So you can kind of see it work. And then at an angle, let me see if it's got any, if it can pick up that angle versus straight on. It doesn't look like it, but you can kind of see how it, you can obviously go over it. So it's definitely, you know, you can definitely shade with it pretty well. So you can go dark to light. So it's definitely got pretty good pressure sensitivity to allow you to be able to go from dark all the way to light. So that's kind of the pressure sensitivity demo. That is really it for these pens. There isn't a whole much more you can say about them. It really comes down to, you know, really what do you value? You know, are you someone that writes with like fancy heavy pens, you know, that you kind of care about the look, like you're going to be using this in a professional setting and you want something kind of fancy looking, then that's your bet. If you're just a no frills, just give me a kind of a cheap pen to write with or a pencil, then this is your bet. You know, ultimately it's very subjective, so you kind of just have to try both. But you know, for me, it's really a no-brainer. This one by far is the most comfortable Supernote pen I've used. I'll even go out there and say this is like by far the most comfortable stylus in general I've used out of all the different devices over the years, from Microsoft Surfaces to Samsung. Like, this actually feels like a regular pen. So yeah, that's the one for me. But I did conduct a very scientific experiment with some experienced scientists on these pens. So let's jump into that and you can hear their opinions as well. Alright, so we've got our first sample of our pen test. And here we have actually a famous YouTuber, Slides5. So check out his channel, but he's going to go ahead and test out each pen and pick a winner. So he's got the Samsung pen first, so go ahead and write down what you want for Christmas. Just something you want for Christmas. Oh, why is you have to select the, there you go. iPhone, okay. So pick up a different pen. That's the Lamy. Write down what you don't want for Christmas. Okay, that's a, no one wants that. Take another pen and write down your second favorite. Write down your favorite football team. 49ers, all right. And take the last pen and write down your least favorite football team. Chiefs, all right. So now, out of all the 4 pens, which are your 2 favorite? Those 2 are your favorite, okay. So let's put those aside, and now go ahead and write down who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? Okay, and with the other pen, write down who are they going to beat in the Super Bowl. Okay, and I think the reason that's happening is that your palm is hitting that because I have it set up for a lefty. Okay, so which pen is your favorite? Ooh, the Heart of Metal 1 wins this one. Okay. All right, now that we got our favorite pen, go ahead and write what you want to be when you grow up on each tablet. We're just using your favorite pen now, so we can put this one aside. Okay, that's good enough. And go right on that one as well. All right, which one did you feel like was better for writing? This one? So version 1 or Supernote 1 wins this one. All right, thank you, Super Slides 5. All right, next we got our 8-year-old monster here. So go ahead and write down what you want for Christmas. Okay. Football gloves, all right. Now go ahead and take the next pen. And now write down what you don't want for Christmas. Coal, okay. So now get another pen. And write down your favorite football team. The Chefs, all right. you're missing the I. All right. Take the last pen and write down your least favorite team. Green Bay. Packers. No one likes the Packers. Packers are horrible. That's right. All right. So now, out of the 4 pens, which 2 pens did you like writing with the most?
This one and this one.
Okay. So now let's go to a new page. And now write down who's going to win the Super Bowl with one of the pens. There you go. The Chiefs, okay. And with this pen, write down who they're going to beat. You think Green Bay is going to the Super Bowl? Are you crazy? They have no chance. Okay, so now which pen did you think was the best out of the 2? Pick a favorite pen.
This one?
That one, okay. Fine choice. And now, let's do one more. The page, okay. So write down, I don't know, write down another Christmas gift that you want. Roblox card, okay, and write down over there another gift that you want. V-Bucks, okay. So now, which one do you like writing on more?
This one.
You like writing this one more?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it comes out more clear.
Well, that's because you're using a different pen. That's not really a fair comparison. Okay, now, right now. That's the pencil. Where's the pen? Oh, these are... Oh, wait a minute. We're in the drawing app. That's why. Well, this experiment is going downhill. How do we get into the drawing app here? Alright, let's get it in here. Okay, right now, one more time. So write Roblox again. Okay, so which one feels better to write on? That one still?
Yeah.
Why?
It's more, looks better.
It looks better?
Yeah.
Alright, well this concludes this high-tech scientific experiment. So, there you have it. It's a split decision. You know, while this one's my favorite, other folks prefer this one. So, you have to make your own choice. But thanks for watching.